Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. I am Venomous Pie. You guys know me full well as the Pinkie Pie of the group, and welcome to another episode of Bronimaniacs Discuss. I have with me our rarity of the group, which is Jedi Padawan Danielle.
Greens, you primitive screwheads. Dang it. Where's my agent?
You screwed that up.
Where's my agent?
Well, we're gonna put that as our outtake for the day.
Yep.
We have our Sunset Shimmer.
Where's my agent?
We have our Sunset Shimmer, which is Crimson Starbright.
This isn't even my final form.
Okay, Frieza.
We have our Twilight, which is Sharpwit.
Hey everybody, let's play a game. How many movie references we can make in this episode? By the way, Scooby-Doo doesn't not count.
Might as well, considering how many movies they make of them.
We have our Starlight, which is Neon Blade.
Hey everyone, and just for the record,
You better. Well, if you're gonna do that,
but I do
if you're gonna do that, you better pass the popcorn.
Fair enough.
We have our Rainbow Dash of the group, which is Kanata.
It's so Scooby-Doo joke here.
Yeah.
Hello, Raggy.
And we have a brand new member of the Bronimaniacs podcast. Say hello to our very own Derpy Hooves, Endless Nonsense.
Hello!
Welcome to the club. And the episode we'll be tackling today will be the second of the Equestria Girls specials line, which will be Movie Magic. And you guys know the full order. We go in a random order for what we do like, and then we will go in a reverse order for what we don't like, then we will give our final rating. So, who will be up first? I'm going to leave that up to our newest member, Endless Nonsense. So, lights, camera, action!
Alright, just let me get my script right here.
And action!
Alright, so what I liked about this episode here is that some of the girls, yeah, some of them, they're gonna use their powers more often now. Like, it's not a one-off thing from the Everfree movie. That would have been annoying if that were the case.
You got anything else to add on that?
No, just found it cool that they're still using their powers. They didn't forget about them.
Yeah, some of them did. Others just forgot about the necklaces.
Which I found weird.
Yeah, that
And
was...
plot convenience is convenient.
Yeah, like how Rainbow Dash is like the only one. I think that actually brought hers, and yet none of the others did.
Twilight did.
Yeah, and Twilight, sorry, in Twilight.
Side Twilight, actually.
You know what I mean. But since it's not two Twilights, I think we're free to do that.
Yeah,
The
pretty
Tale
much.
of Two Twilights.
Anyways, who do you pass it off to, Endless?
To Crimson.
Not free.
Alright, Crimson,
Alright.
yeah.
Like I said, I was interested in seeing one of the girls dress up as one of the power ponies back in Equestria, but in human form style. We actually get to see the human designs of how the power ponies would look.
Other than Sunset, who was basically Maniac.
What I found weird though is that they were called they still call them the Power Ponies, even though they're not technically ponies.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
Good point, actually. Yeah.
Still my negative, dang it.
Maybe in the Equestria Girls universe, there's an MLP version of the Friendship is Magic version in the Equestria Girls universe, and the director saw the Power Ponies episode and wanted to make a movie adaptation out of that.
Good point, actually.
Good point. Still kind of awkward, but good point.
Yeah, once I saw them dressed up as like the Power Ponies back in Equestria, I was kind of confused. Like, do they still like have the exact same power? How when they first went to the comic world, they didn't know how to use it. But how would this affect here in movie magic?
I think could be that a lot of powers will be used for special effects.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Anyways,
And for that, I am finished with my positive, and I'll pass that off to Dr. Sharpway. Whee!
All there is. Well, anyway, my positive. I think my positive is gonna be the fact that they are actually somewhere else than Canterlot High and Crystal Prep and Everfree Camp. Like this whole not only this special but all the specials kind of expand this world beyond those known places, especially Canterlot High, which we've visited like in, let's see, 3 movies and 1 specials. Actually 2, but the second is a spoiler.
right.
But I actually like that world building, and I also like the fact that they actually make use of that the old guy from the Little Everfree during the fundraising party.
Yeah, I think that was a nice touch.
Yeah, like we already had this in the other podcasts. Hashtag development season.
Also, it was interesting that it was nice that we kind of got like a little bit of a foreshadow of the director, the Daring Do movie in the Legends of Everfree movie. If you remember, or seeing him in the background when they were playing their song in Legends of Everfree.
Yeah, I remember
That's
that.
exactly what I've just said.
That's an interesting little nod there.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you pass it off to, Shock, if you finished?
I point my finger at Neon.
Ready.
Well then, time for me to take it over. So, movie magic. Well, this special was way more interesting for me personally in direct comparison to the first one with Dance Magic. I think that's because of the plot itself, the somewhat mystery plot, and I think that's my positive for this episode altogether. Especially since this plot didn't feel as predictable as certain other episodes we already saw.
Bernie missed
Like
it.
Exactly. And I think it was because of the light humor which was all over the episode itself.
Oh,
Which
yes.
gives big plus.
Alright, you want to pass it off to someone?
I guess I'm gonna pass it off already. Did Daniel have his turn already?
No, he has not.
Yes,
Well.
in the other life.
In that case, take it away, Daniel.
Okay. Where is my manager? I asked for a decaf not too long ago. Where is it?
I give.
It's supposed to be Rarity, not Chestnut.
Oh, come on. Who says Rarity wouldn't act like that?
Good point.
Yeah, he's kind of right there.
You know, in a way, I just kind of burned myself. Anyway, I would just say... I think that my favorite was just the Scooby-Doo references, basically. Yeah.
You just like the Scooby-Doo references?
Being Shaggy, Spike being Scooby, 85 being Velma, you know, just seeing a lot of them act like Scooby-Doo characters almost was just pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Especially since I grew up with Scooby-Doo, it was just really nice to see. You know, I just thought of something.
What?
Wouldn't this technically make Rainbow Dash Scrappy, since she would just be going, let me at him and chase after the villain?
Oh, oh God!
Oh my.
Wow.
No.
Well,
Am I wrong?
Oh.
well, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong, but nobody likes Scrappy.
Hashtag Scrappy Dash.
Oh!
God. Why does it sound like an insult?
Low blow.
I actually like Scrappy Doo back in the day. Before that. I actually like Scrappy.
Miss Inferior.
Yeah, I actually did enjoy Scrappy Doo back in the day.
Alright, who do you pass it off to, buddy?
Okay, let's see. I pass it off to. I pass it off to Kanata.
Okay, my positive for this episode is the references throughout this episode. Not just from Scooby-Doo, but the Power Pony references and the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball references, and there'll probably be other references that I haven't caught, but I really enjoyed all the references that was made in this movie, in this episode. This was a really good episode for all the references in general.
I can be able to see that.
Yep.
I do wish that they did a little bit more with the Scooby-Doo references. Like, I wish they added like a little bit of a scene to where, remember how in the early Scooby-Doo episodes back in the 70s, where it would have like 4 doors to the left, 4 doors to the right, the villain would start going in one door, yet they would chase through another door, and it was like an
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic. Classic.
I wish they would have added that to this episode. The whole, I wish they did a montage of like how, when you run when you run to the left in Scooby-Doo's, like the background is the same no matter how much you run.
Very true.
I wish they would have added that, and I wish they would have added like an original song to the chase scene. We got some music, which was nice to see, and and I'm okay with that. But I wish they would have put it in one step forward, add in another step, and add a new song to it.
I can see that.
Feels like I'm going more into negatives than positives, and I don't mean to. I'm sorry, but my positives is just all the references in this episode I enjoyed.
All right. And this one, I guess I'm the only one left, so it's my turn now. Okay. So, camera towards me. Thank you very much. Okay. My positive for this movie. I do like the camaraderie. I'm actually going to point out what similar to both Daniel and Kanata's positive. I actually did enjoy the comedy of this episode. I mean, this episode was actually really funny, and it left me laughing almost all the way through. With the movie references, the way that the Human 7 interact off each other. It was just a lot of fun to watch. I enjoyed the humor of this episode. So,
I can see that.
And for what I don't like, okay, can we all agree that the main culprit for this episode was kind of weak?
Yep, I'll get to that in my negative.
Yeah, that's my main negative. Juniper Montage is a really weak antagonist. I mean, her design was okay. The character herself isn't that interesting, and her motivation for trying to sabotage everything was incredibly weak. Like, well, I begged you. I begged you constantly so I could play the part of Daring Do myself, even though I am young and probably inexperienced. And if I can't have it, then this movie won't go on any further.
It's kind of funny that I mentioned that, but this is actually the weak excuse syndrome we had already with Starlight at the end of season 6.
I know, even like Starlight.
And season 5, my bad.
Yeah, even Starlight Glimmer had a better backstory than that one.
It was that bad, wow.
Does Juniper Montage even have any acting experience?
No, and not really. And like the director said, she is also too young.
Was she hoping that he'd be biased and just give her the part?
I wouldn't
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's not how Hollywood works.
Unfortunately.
Well,
Nope.
they kind of do in some situations, I think.
Yeah, but
Well, some movies and stuff and TV shows they did that joke already. I guess it's just a refreshing thing that Hasbro didn't go with that joke.
yeah, at least.
I think this was just their way of making fun of those types of things in movies, or that you see in movies that are based off something like that.
Yeah, I can see that. But like I said, Juniper is not an interesting character. I really hope that she does a lot better in the third special, given that it's foreshadowed at the ending.
I understand where you're coming from, Venom, but for me, she was okay. There were certainly a lot better characters, but there were also much worse characters for me. I understand how she could be at the bottom of a lot of people's, list of characters that they would want to see again. But for me personally, I've seen worse characters, so compared to other characters that I've seen, she isn't that bad to me, personally.
Alright, and speaking of yourself, Kanata, you're up.
Okay, my negative for this episode is Juniper Montage's reasons for doing what she did. I think it would have been a lot better if her reasoning was for just being in the movie, not for her to be Daring Do herself. If her reason was, okay, she wants to be a part of the movie, be in a small scene or two, that would have made a lot more sense than her trying to get the role of Daring Do. Unless they were trying to do like a Daring Do Junior or like Daring Do Adventures as if Daring Do was a kid or a teen, that would have made more sense. But that is not what the movie was about. I just think the reasoning for what she did was bad, and that it could have been fixed if they took away the whole her not getting her candy bars and her not getting the part of Daring Do, If those two parts were removed and just stick with she just wanted to be a part of the movie, even if it was just a tiny role, then it would have been a much stronger reason for her to do what she did in this episode.
Yeah, I agree.
Basically, what she was thinking about, I want to be Daring Do instead of the professional star. Hey, how about to sabotage the movie so it won't even happen?
Yeah, this is something I don't think she thought through 100%. Even if she got her way, the movie probably would have been canceled. She would not have been happy with that either, so...
I think he haven't thought about it even at 50%, even at 25%.
Yeah.
And at least with the Scooby-Doo villains, at least they have actually good reasons for what they're doing in a way.
Yeah.
When it comes to sabotaging.
Yeah.
And
they have more believable excuses.
And she would have gotten away with it too. If it weren't for them meddling kids.
And that dog too.
I wish Juniper would have said that line at the end.
And that'd be too. I think that'd be too obvious.
Yeah, my God.
Considering the Scooby-Doo references, really, I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna do Scooby-Doo references, go all out. That's how I feel personally.
All right, Daniel.
Daniel.
Am I done being barked at? I hear barking.
Yeah, you got your own Scooby-Doo.
No, that wasn't my dog barking.
I can barely hear you, dude.
Sorry. How about now?
That's better.
That's better.
Better.
I had my hand over the mic on my iPad. Sorry.
That's fine.
Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, my negative is definitely the villain of this special. Well, I mean, really, whenever she was being caught and stuff, the way that she was talking, it sounded like she just thought of like the reason why she was doing it just right on the spot. Like she was just like she just thought of the reason just at that very moment. She didn't act like she didn't act like she was. She was just acting like she just thought of why she was doing it. But
I think she was just too consumed with the idea of her being daring do. I think in her own head, she was just too consumed with that idea to where nothing else mattered. It didn't matter if it made sense. It didn't matter. It was just something that she just didn't think through at all, and that she was just too consumed with the thought of her being daring do and everything.
Yeah.
If you listen real closely, even the voice actress sounded like she was a bit unsure about her or the character she's voicing's reason for doing things. If you just listen real closely to her voice, it sounds like it.
Interesting.
It just sounds like she was just unsure about her own character she was voicing's idea for doing what she was doing.
Interesting thought.
Well, it just has sounded to me.
Anyway.
I'll leave it to Little Shy in his review of it.
Neon?
Well, negative for this special. I actually don't have anything that nagging for this special, to be honest.
Really?
It wasn't perfect per se, and like you guys already said, the reasons for the corporate to do it wasn't the best ones, but I really don't have anything negative to say about this. Or negative, and especially negative, so to speak.
Alright. You just want to pass it off?
Well, might as well do that. Your turn, Shop.
Alright, Chocolate.
Okay, with me. I also like the fact that they are doing the Power Pony reference. However, why they have to literally call them Power Ponies? Why? They're humans, not ponies.
Probably because I'm guessing it's because the agent was. I'm guessing it's because the agent was so panic-driven that he just let it slip out due to the fact that he was panicking because he was running late.
That was probably because Power Rangers was taken.
I'm thinking that I'm still thinking that in that universe they air My Little Pony Friendship is Magic episodes, and the director saw Power Ponies and they wanted to stick with the Power Ponies name to stay true to that Power Ponies episode, so that when people saw it in that universe, it would be more appealing.
Headcanon.
Plus, I don't really think Power Humans has the same ring to it.
Power Ponies.
Power People.
Yeah, it doesn't quite well with the tongue.
They might as well call them superhumans or supergirls. Although wait, that's already taken.
Yeah, DC Superhero Girls is already taken that day.
And considering that the Wonder Woman...
But anyway, I'd still say that this is stupid. It shouldn't be there. They could make a reference in costumes, but not in the name. That does not fit in the world.
Alright.
They are creative. They could do it in another way. Before I pass now. Also have one concern. The special stated that Eke Yearling they can't ask her for advice because she's constantly busy. Do you think in this world Eke Yearling is also a daring do?
I don't think so. I think she's more of an author than anything.
But you know, the directors said that they can't reach her because she's very, very busy and pretty much she's non-existent.
Yeah, because she's probably busy, writing another book or doing like appearances,
or living the adventures for another book.
But honestly, it can go either way. I'm cool either way. I'm cool either way.
So anyway, that's all. Crimson. And action.
Cut. Crimson.
Well, given the fact of how I've seen movie magic, I don't think I have any negatives for this, but I think there's one negative.
And that would be?
Well, what really annoyed me was like all their equipment and sets have gone up and missing when someone was supposed to keep an eye on them. Like, isn't that supposed to be a job that you have to do to keep an eye on the items that you need on the set so they don't like...
Yeah,
Where's the security?
Yeah, where was the security?
Go.
Hey, it's...
Yep. You know where the security are? They're in the
Where?
they're in the incompetence room for the sake of the plot.
I was actually about to say they're probably like the Royal Guard, but whatever.
Oh, so that's the human version of the Royal Guards. Okay.
I'm gonna be blunt and forward about this. Royal Guards, please do better than you usually do. Besides, you don't have to put Twilight and Friends on everything. I know you have something you can do. Stop being useless, damn it.
Basically, do your freaking jobs. Anyways, you got anything else that comes in?
Well, that's all I got to say.
Hey, they would do their
like,
job, but that would require them to be useful for once.
Yeah, and they need to tighten up their security and move magic. Like, seriously, if their equipment didn't go up missing, they would have been still doing what they was doing.
Alright. Alright.
Basically, there was no security because plot convenience.
Basically.
Yep.
Basically.
So, Endless?
Oh, okay. I think my negative would be that that Chestnut Magnifico girl. She just seemed uninteresting to me.
Yeah, when I saw her, and when I saw her in the ending scenes when the actual movie was being shot, I was like, oh, so that's why Daring Do looks so awkward. It's an actress.
Yeah, she was kind of just there to give the villain something to do.
Yeah, that's another negative I should point out. I don't like how they designed Daring Do. It just looks so awkward. I don't know, maybe it's the lipstick, I really don't know, but even the first design that was shown, it looks so awkward. And now I know why. Now I know why. This is an actress with makeup.
Still, lipstick does not fit the Daring Do character. I don't think she have time for makeup.
Nuh-uh. She ain't Laura Croft.
Oh, dear God, she's not.
Heck, I'd even compare it to Nathan Drake.
It kind of does.
Anything else in this, or do you want to just give our ratings?
No, I think I'm good.
Alright, it's time for...
It's rating time.
Yep, it's rating time. So, Endless, what would you get the episode?
Yeah, well, I did find some positive things about it. I'm more neutral towards this episode, honestly. Like, it's whatevs. I don't really care about this episode. 3 out of 5.
Alrighty, 3 out of 5 it is. As soon as I get it up. And there we go. Alright, Crimson?
I'll say the show was good and all. Despite them losing their equipment, they should have, like, I don't know, higher security. That would have been smart. So I'm going with the same thing that my adorable Bat Pony here has. 3 out of 5.
Actually, I just thought of something.
Yeah.
There was security. Because Bangladesh did say that each of the girls had to get the phones to security for the sake of, each of the girls had to get the phones to security when they enter the set.
I think it was Rainbow Dash who said that.
It was Rainbow
when she was
Dash.
close in that closet.
Yeah.
Well, still 3 out of 5.
Yeah. In fact, that would make that negative even worse.
I mean, which would be worse, the guards not being there at all, or the guards being there but doing a terrible job?
They're doing a terrible. They were doing a terrible job, even though they were just like guarding out the door. expecting more to be inside of the studio.
Yeah.
So they basically are the Royal Guard then.
Basically. Right. Shopwhip?
I would give this a 4 out of 5. Simply, I've just really enjoyed this special more than the previous one. The previous one was, in my opinion, meh. This one was actually a bit more enjoyable. Maybe because I actually enjoy the mystery series like CSI or NCIS or Bones. And maybe
like
that's
it.
why I just enjoyed this video.
I like Bones and NCIS as
Video
well.
special.
Yeah, Bones was a lot of fun.
So
Yeah, it
NCIS.
was. NCIS was also a lot of fun.
It
Yeah.
still is. And its spin-offs are fun.
Yeah, I've lost track of the NCIS, to be honest. I probably should.
Kiki.
Yeah, me too. Anyways, Neon?
Well, I really enjoyed this special this time, in direct comparison to the first one. I think I give this one 4.5 out of 5.
Ooh, pretty high.
Ooh, dang. Frankly, Neon, I don't think you give a darn.
He's Neon. What did you expect?
Say what now?
Okay. Alright. Daniel?
Dude, if you want me to put you on ice, literally, then just tell me.
Oh, come on, man. Just let it go.
Hey!
Oh, I swear, you're gonna get one burn scratch after another, my friend.
Is that, hey, is that a threat or a promise?
Is that a toasty promise?
I would say a dark brown toasty.
Alright. Daniel?
I give this a despite some of the issues, it's at least a decent special. So I give it at least a 4 out of 5.
Alrighty. 4 out of 5 it is. And Kanata?
Okay, despite doing the montage and the reasons for doing what she did, I'm going to give this episode a 4 out of 5. I love the references. I love the Scooby-Doo mystery-themed episode. And this was overall just a funner episode to watch than the first episode, in my opinion.
Alright.
Hashtag Scrappy Dash.
Oh gosh, darn it.
What was
What?
that?
What? I didn't say anything.
That's what I thought.
Alright. Alright. One lever. Wait, why do we even have that lever? Anyways, as for me, well, I do admit I really enjoyed this special. It's out of all the specials at this point, I think this one may be the weakest. Maybe because it didn't have a very good mystery. The culprit is not an interesting character. The lack of security kind of ruined my suspension of disbelief a little bit. But I enjoyed everything else about it. The pacing was even. The character interactions were enjoyable. It had a lot of good humor. So yeah, I still enjoyed it, but I do think this is probably the weakest of the specials. I'm giving this like a 3 out of 5, but a strong 3 out of 5.
Well then.
And so, overall, Movie Magic will receive a group rating of... We still rolling? Yes, we're still rolling.
Yep.
Yes, we're still rolling. Okay. Our group rating for Movie Magic. Thank you for thanks.
What are you doing?
Thanks for the drum
I'm doing
roll.
a drum roll.
Thanks. Thanks for the drum roll. Alright. It is... It's 3.5.
Oh,
And Elite Yoshi showed up just when we gave the rating.
Well,
Hey, you!
Damn
hey,
it, Yoshi!
Try getting on when your parents are forcing you to keep doing shit. Sorry, I'm a little pissed off right now because they've been carting me around all the day trying to make them to do stuff, and this is the second week in a row that this has happened, and I'm kind of losing my mind right now.
Yeah, I know the feeling. But do you want to state your positive, negative, and rating for the episode while you're here?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess the one thing that I liked about this episode is how it pretty much played out like a classic Scooby-Doo episode.
It really did.
Yeah. I mean, from the chase scene to pretty much the humor in this episode feels like something you'd see out of a Scooby-Doo episode. Yeah. I mean, I honestly thought that was probably the best part of this episode was just the humor.
This
This was
episode
a
had.
relatively funny episode.
Yeah, this episode had a really good sense of humor.
Yeah.
And you're negative?
Well, this was going to be both a positive and a negative, but it's Juniper Spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean Juniper Montage?
Was that your nickname for her?
No, that's what she's
I
actually
thought that was the name. Juniper Montage?
Yes, that's the actual name.
I thought it was Juniper Spring. Oh, okay. Yeah, Montage. But yeah, if I had to say negative, like her motivations were really petty.
It was dumb.
Yeah. So she thinks that by sabotaging the set of the Daring Do movie, she could actually score a role in it.
That's not how Hollywood works, kid.
And no offense, but even if she is trying to imitate a Scooby-Doo villain, she's doing a pretty bad job at it because, at least the older villains, like, they were just like, how like all the older Scooby-Doo villains were like people who were once rich or famous and now they've fallen down to hard times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did it a lot better than she did.
Yeah.
And they at least had a reason for doing it.
And they tried harder to cover the tracks.
Exactly.
So, okay.
But if I do have to give one positive for her, I do think that she is kind of adorable, like design-wise.
Yeah, her design was alright.
Yeah, it was.
Alright.
What about your rating?
Alright, so yeah, this was a very tough one, choosing between out of Dance Magic and Movie Magic, which one was the better? Personally, I think that Movie Magic is probably the lesser of the two, but that does not mean that it's bad.
Far from it.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
check out this.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Humor was probably the strongest element in this entire thing. I love the Scooby-Doo vibe that they were giving off for this episode. And despite her pettiness, well, hey, she's not the worst thing to actually happen in Equestria Girls.
No.
So if I had to give this episode a rating, it's what's the highest? Who gave the highest rating so far?
Neon.
What was it?
That would be 4.5 out of 5.
I'd give it a 4 out of 5.
4? Okay.
I was tempted to give it a 3.5, but I did some reevaluating, and yeah, it's not as bad as one might think.
I gave it a 3 out of 5. But a strong 3 out of 5. Anyways, let me get the ratings back in order in case it changed. Nope, it did not. It's still gonna be a 3.5 out of 5. That's our group rating.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Actually,
Sounds reasonable.
Actually, it's the same rating we give for the first special. How about that?
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Juniper
Rainbow Dash is
Montage
scrappy.
It was pretty.
Cue the montage.
Yeah, it was basically because of drink montages and shit. If it wasn't for her, we would probably give this an overall group rating of 4, or maybe even a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I kind of agree there.
If the next special ends up being
Yeah.
3.5, I am going to put something.
Daniel, I can't hear you.
I said if the next special ends up getting a 3.5 as well, I am going to hurt someone.
I still couldn't hear you.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
But anyways,
Yes, I really loved the third one, so I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying why, but you know.
well, you don't have to wait long because that's what we be talking about next week, and the third, which will be mirror magic, and for that we will have a special guest, which I am not gonna say to you guys outright just yet. You're just gonna have to tune in and find out. So until then, we'll see you all next week. Peace.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
May the
Later.
force be with you. Force be with you.
Even fire lit in your heart, it'll make you smile.
And cut.